I did not have enough going on, I got something very, very critical. Fan mail. That's right. That's right. We have fan mail. If you're not familiar, fan mail is an ethics complaint against me. And nope, it's not what you're thinking it's for. This is an ethics complaint. I think this raises me up to 57 of these fucking bad boys. And yeah. Would you like me to read it? I guess I can read it. Well, this is to a Mr. Douglas. Mr. Douglas. Oh, he's a confidential address. I think that's a new policy. I probably changed that. Kind of funny. They didn't used to redact these, but they did now. Oh, that's good. I hope it's called the Ricada policy. I really do. I wasn't gonna read it. I was just laughing. Mr. Douglas. I won't spoil how this turned out. You'll have to wait until the end. Let's read the complaint summary here. Attorney Nicholas Ricada has a YouTube channel where he posts videos in which you, Mr. Douglas, complain he says vulgar, profane things and insults everyone. That seems fair. I don't know. I think I'm being misrepresented. You state he mocks races. Well, the 400, I just don't understand the purpose of the 400-meter race. Then he claims to not be racist. I just said I don't know why the 400 exists. You assert he mocks sexual orientation and calls people a bitch. How do you mock sexual orientation as a whole? Is that it? I'm confused. Am I mocking sexual orientation as like a category? It's not a particular sexual orientation. You assert that he is often drinking while providing poor legal advice about an assortment of news and events online. Well, I mean, guilty, I guess. I wouldn't call it legal advice. I don't think. But if it were legal advice, it would be poor, definitely, because it's usually me drunkenly rambling through commentary about news. Lastly, you complain that he claims this office will not act against him. Oh, the Lawyer's Professional Responsibility Office. I said they won't act against me. Damn. Even with numerous complaints. No. Why would I say that? You are concerned that he repeatedly states he's a Minnesota lawyer. Well, that's just true. And his viewers seem to think he is a good lawyer. I have never claimed that. What the hell is that? I don't think that's true at all. And this is how lawyers should behave. Wait. I said that lawyers should behave like me? I don't believe it. I don't believe that at all. I mean, but I do now. Yes. Lawyers should behave exactly like me in all circumstances. That'd be great. They should all do that. All lawyers should quit lawyering and just do YouTube. Right? Like, wouldn't the world be that's what everybody thinks. The world would be better without us. I agree. We're terrible. Like, I'm not even joking. Lawyers are fucking awful people. Oh boy. One day, guys, I'm going to tell you, I get to tell you stories and I'm saving them up. Maybe I'll do a graphic novel in the Rippaverse or something where I get to tell you stories about like really shit lawyers, because oh man, have I encountered some really great. So here we go. Well, the spoiler, I guess, is they determined that discipline is not warranted and they didn't even bother investigating it. So they say some rules here. I've read this so many times, but we'll do it. The subject of your complaint is an attorney's allegedly improper actions outside the practice of law. This office has jurisdiction to consider allegations of attorney misconduct, whether the actions were in the practice of law. It just says whether the actions were in the practice of law. I think they mean whether or not. Even lawyers, even the Lawyer Responsibility Office leaves shit out. In R.E. Perry and the matter of Scalen, The director of this office also has discretion, however, to make such investigation as the director deems appropriate as to the conduct of any lawyer or lawyers. That's Rule 8A from the Rules on Lawyers' Professional Responsibility. The director's office has determined that no investigation will be conducted. That's cool. The director understands why this complaint was made. This is my favorite paragraph of all of these. It's the most patronizing shit you've ever heard. Because they're like, here we go. People expect more from lawyers, and conduct such as this falls short of the ideals of the profession and harms the reputation of the profession in the eyes of many. Do you guys remember how like half the lawyers in the country were probably more actually, were the biggest fans of Michael Avenatti? Right? They're like, wow, Michael Avenatti, that guy's cool. He's going after Trump. And then you're like, oh shit. He's stealing a bunch of client money all over the place and possibly filing fraudulent documents on behalf of Stormy Daniels. And then they're like, look, this guy gets on YouTube and he says, fuck a lot. God. He says some racist jokes sometime. That's really short of the profession. We're not aspiring to the ideals. We're not aspiring to the ideals of billing you $600 an hour. And when you call me, like, automatically charging you 6 minutes on the call, right? So, so I get my $60 on that rather than however long I was on the phone and doing the math. It's like, well, if I picked up the phone, it's $60. Or if you answer a text message, for example, like those are the ones who are really truly bringing out the best of the profession. I wonder why. Anyway, however, the ethics rules are not as equipped as one may like to address general incivility and bullying by parties who may be lawyers. Bullying? They didn't even say it was bullying. I think they added that one in. Oh, wait, I guess calling people a bitch, is that bullying? Guess it can be. I don't know. What does bullying even mean anymore? But wait, I love this. They're not as equipped as one may like to address general incivility. Why do people want anybody addressing general incivility? Just come up and tell me I'm a piece of shit. Like, just try that. You could just do that instead. But no, they want an entity to do it for them, which is fucking weird. This determination does not state or imply that the director condones Mr. Rekieta or any other lawyer using vulgar and offensive terms in any context. Guys, the director of professional responsibility is like, man, I don't condone lawyers using profanity. God, it's just terrible. Have you met have you met any lawyer ever? Like the amount of profanity involved, maybe you've only seen a public side of lawyers, but the amount of profanity exchanged between lawyers is astronomical. Let's see. Public discourse generally is not served well by ad hominem attacks. I guess tell Trump, right? Seem to do okay with it. However, the director and the rules of professional conduct properly recognize and support the idea that outside of the professional context, lawyers have the same First Amendment rights as all others. And God, you can hear the sadness in their voice when they say that. They're like, fucking hell. There is not clear evidence that Mr. Rekieta's statements fell within the professional context covered by the rules of professional conduct. There's not any evidence. They're way outside the rules. Oh my God. The director's office cannot represent you in any legal matter. So there you go. Thank you, Susan, for writing that. Oh God. I've got the actual words of his complaint. This again is from Mr. Douglas. So they summarized it, but here's the real words. This guy says profane, vulgar things as a lawyer, drinks while providing legal advice. I do not. Claims Minnesota Bar won't do anything about it. That's not the same. Minnesota Bar is not these guys, dummy. Douglas. Mr. Douglas. That's the last name. Mr. Douglas. I'm not a member of the Minnesota Bar. You've got it confused. The Minnesota State Bar Association is a private organization. They have nothing to do with lawyer licensing or responsibility. They're not the police. They're the bank drain. They give you fucking like 10% discount to State Farm for being a member. It's like being in the AARP, except with more hand jobs. But they're not as good because there's less Parkinson's. Everybody does this. They like report me to the bar association has to fucking hate me by now because everybody tags them on Twitter. It's like, I'm not in the bar association. I never joined them. Why would I give them money? You give them money so you can go to a meeting and hang out with lawyers? Oh my God. He is the most unprofessional lawyer I've ever seen. I'm getting there. He gives poor legal advice about all sorts of things online and insults everyone. He refuses to give his full name. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Refuses to give my full name. That's weird. That's very strange. But he says he is licensed in Minnesota. I am, much to the dismay of the state. He claims that you all won't take action against him, even with numerous complaints. History has borne that out. And all of his chat viewers laugh and think it's funny. Ha! Fuck you guys. Everybody out there, oh, you're not funny. Your stand-up act sucks or whatever. Nope. This guy says all of his chat viewers laugh and thinks it's funny. All of you. Caught red-handed, you cucks. Let's see. It is a mockery of the legal profession. Yes, that's 100% true. He mocks races and claims not to be a racist. He mocks sexual orientation, calls people a bitch. This wouldn't be so bad if he just completely ignored being a lawyer. Do plumbers have to deal with this? Because I could try that out instead. But he labels his channel as Rakaita Law. He spelled my fucking channel wrong. He put it in quotes and then spelled it wrong and makes it sound like he is a lawyer. Wait, so am I convincing or not? And in his channel, he said clearly he is a Minnesota lawyer, and everyone in chat thought this was good and how a lawyer should behave. Again, chat, thank you for validating me. You guys thought you were going to disappoint me, but you haven't. He also mocked a man about how slow he talked. Who did I mock about how slow he talked? Was that the guy during the Halderson trial? That guy turned out to be fucking cool. This channel is disgusting. Yes. It wouldn't be bad at all if he didn't associate himself repeatedly with the Minnesota bar. God, I hate those guys. Fucking hate the Minnesota bar. Why? No one can spell your dumb name. I know, but he put it in quotes. Like he just he's like, this is what he calls it. And then he got it wrong. It's like, but I can spell it. It's really a shame. But hey, it is what it is or whatever. So anyway, that's number 57. They're not gonna do it. Shockingly, they're not gonna come after my law license for making fun of someone for talking slow or for making fun of races or whatever. But yeah, I don't know.